I need more work experience. I'll keep working and try getting a job abroad in a few years. It's a good thought, and it sounds like it makes sense, but there is a problem. If you only gain work experience and don't do anything else, it's probably not going to help your chances of success. It can even create this really frustrating cycle where you try to get an international job. It doesn't work. You think, well, I guess I need even more experience. You try again later, the same thing happens, and this process just repeats. This sucks. You don't want it, and I don't want this for you. However, there are things you can do right now for free that will make future you's global job search a lot easier. And those are the tips that you'll learn in this video. Welcome, friends. If you're new here, my name is Grant, and this channel is all about building a career that you love. If that sounds good, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. I put out new content every week, and I only share the best tips that I really believe can help you. So let's start by looking at the 3 main skills you need to get a great international job. First, the experience and qualifications for that job. That one's pretty obvious. But you also need an understanding of selling yourself in the job market, as well as the ability to network and build professional relationships. Now let's think about your competition. If you're applying to companies abroad, this will mostly be people in that country. Let's use America as an example. When most Americans start their careers, they're not great at any of these areas. Eventually, though, they get a job, they get more experience and qualifications. They also go through the job market multiple times, so they learn better strategies for selling themselves. A lot of Americans work with career coaches, which can further increase their skills in this area. They also meet people. They build relationships with their colleagues and clients. They attend conferences. They expand their network on LinkedIn. So, over time, your competition improves in 3 areas, while you, if you just get work experience and don't do anything else, only improve in 1. And this is where a lot of the failure and frustration happens for international job seekers. So let's talk about how you can develop these other skills, maybe even a little bit faster than your competition. My biggest piece of advice: start keeping track of all your work wins, especially numbers and data that prove you did your work well. Here's a quick example. Just read this statement on the screen. Let's imagine that we are a designer, we're applying for jobs, and this is the bullet point in our resume. Updated and redesigned company application. Statements like this don't prove you're good at your job. You could be an amazing designer, you could be a terrible designer. Nobody can tell just from reading this single statement. Compare it to this. Doubled company applications growth rate and improved user rating from 4.3 to 4.7 by redesigning UI UX based on feedback from 80 plus users. This is so much more specific, and it proves you did your work well because it led to business growth and it outperformed what was happening before. Presenting yourself like this will lead to you getting a job. When I coach global job seekers, the first thing we do is go through their whole career and find all of these unique selling points, all of the data that proves they're good at their job. However, it is much, much easier to do this when you are still working at that company. So make a folder on your own computer and start recording the amount of money and people involved in every project, statistics comparing your work results to the company average, the industry average. Get before and afters to show that your work made a positive impact. Keep track of any positive emails, messages, performance reviews, and feedback you get. Get links and screenshots to articles or videos related to your work. Do this with every job from now to the end of your career. Another thing that can really help: recommendations. LinkedIn has a section for recommendations, and I can say from personal experience, Nothing has helped me grow my career like having a lot of really, really good recommendations. I have another video on how to get recommendations, who to ask, when to ask, and what you should say, so you can check that out after watching this. Build your own personal database of career wins. Continue to update it over time so whenever you're ready to start pursuing other jobs, you will have all this great information proving your unique value. Next, you'll want to work on presenting this information in the best way possible. This is where a lot of non-native English speakers make two critical mistakes. First, they look to English teachers for help with their job search. And second, they underestimate how long it takes to put their best self forward in the job market. I don't recommend working with an English teacher if you're serious about getting an international job. They probably don't know that much about your industry, have never gotten a job in your industry, have never spoken to hiring teams about how they evaluate candidates, and they don't study the trends in the job market. Work with an English teacher to improve your English, but when you're ready to start that job search, work with someone who really understands how to help you succeed. 3 people that would be much better to learn or get feedback from are recruiters and hiring managers in your industry, the people actually deciding who gets jobs. Next, career coaches, especially coaches focused on your industry and the country you're looking for jobs in. And third, other professionals in your industry who have a history of doing well in the job market. However, if you message the best career coach in the world only a week before your big interview, they're probably not going to be able to help you that much. It takes time to put your best self forward as a job seeker, so start preparing early. Have several mock interviews before any real interviews with companies you're interested in. You're going to perform so much better in interview 10 than interview 1. So make interview 10 happen when it really counts. Moving on, let's talk a little bit about networking. A popular phrase here in the US is who you know is more important than what you know. And this is absolutely true in the job market. Networking and company referrals are where a huge percentage of job offers come from. LinkedIn is by far the best place to network. You can reach out to anyone in the world and it's completely free. Before starting your networking, you need to have a great profile. I got another video where I break down in detail how to write a unique, standout LinkedIn profile. If you're not totally confident with how your current profile looks, finish watching this and check that one out. It'll be worth it, I promise. Once your profile looks good, here are some basic tips for who you should reach out to. Look for people who are active on LinkedIn. So they have a lot of connections already, they post, they comment, it seems like they use the platform often. Are also someone that you would like to know. Maybe they're at the company you're interested in, maybe they have a job title that you're hoping to reach someday, and third, they have something in common with you. This can be mutual connections, graduating from the same school, a shared employer, or maybe even shared beliefs about your work that they talk about in their About section. As a global job seeker, some of the best people to reach out to are people from your home country already working in your target country. Everybody says networking is important, but not many people are actually showing how to get started. So here is a quick 2-minute demo. Let's imagine that we are a digital marketer, we are living in Seoul, South Korea, and we hope to one day work in Germany. We went to Yonsei University, which is a popular university there. We have mostly worked at Coupang, which is a large Korean company, and our dream company in Germany would be to work at Volkswagen. So let's hop onto LinkedIn and we can use all of this information to find some good people. To start, we'll go to search. We'll go to people. And assuming we want to talk with Koreans, we can go to profile language and check Korean. So this is all the profiles on LinkedIn with the primary language Korean. We'll go back to filters. We will go to locations and we will search Germany. Down to 10,000 from 3 million. So these are all people who are Korean, whose profile language is written in Korean, and they are in Germany. We can further filter this down by school. So these are fellow Yonsei grads. We could turn that off. We could go to either current or past company, and we can search coupon. So this is much smaller, but these 5 people, they used to work at Coupang. They're now living in Germany. For one more example, let's see profile language Korean in Germany working at Volkswagen Group. This could be a great guy to reach out to. He has a decent number of connections. Looks like he's fairly active on LinkedIn, and he is working at Volkswagen, our dream company. So we click connect. Whenever possible, I recommend typing a message. Here's what we said in our connect request. Hi Jung, congratulations on all your success in Germany. I'm a marketer here in Seoul, but hoping to one day move to Munich and work at Volkswagen. Seeing everything you've accomplished there is very encouraging. Would love to have you in my network if possible. Happy Lunar New Year. Because I'm recording this during Lunar New Year, which is a major Korean holiday. Then we would click send. Not everyone is going to accept these, but if you send a couple of these every day for weeks, for months at a time, some people are going to say yes. You're going to start meeting new people, which will lead to great opportunities in the future. In addition to connecting and messaging people, follow companies you're interested in, maybe even engage with their posts. Another fantastic place to network is ADP List, a less known but amazing networking website. Here is a 1-minute demo of how this website works. So it's kind of similar to LinkedIn in that you will create a profile and you can search for people. But the big difference is that everybody on this website is open to meeting with you. A lot of them are available right now for coffee chats, for mentoring sessions, and other networking. So if we search for Germany, these are all people on this website in Germany that are available to meet. This guy, he is a marketing manager and he's available ASAP. We could go to his profile. We could book a mentoring session with him. This could be an amazing way to meet people in your target country or working at your target company. All right, here's what this entire strategy should look like. First, create a folder somewhere on your own computer. Don't make this on any company website that you might lose access to if you stop working there. You'll want to keep this forever. Keep track of all data related to your work, especially those numbers that prove you did your job well. It's also great to screenshot, save links, articles, positive messages, and videos. As you move through your career, ask people for recommendations. Don't ask every person you ever work with, but getting 3 to 5 quality LinkedIn recommendations is gonna help you. I recently even heard a Google hiring manager share that the LinkedIn recommendations is one of the first places he checks when he's evaluating candidates. Next, get a great looking LinkedIn profile and reach out to a few new people each week. Don't expect everyone to accept and don't expect to build some amazing magical relationship in the first week. But if you do this over time, people are going to add you and those relationships can absolutely help in the future. Follow companies and industry leaders, see what they're talking about. Also, try ADP List. Maybe even set a goal, meet with one interesting person each month on the platform. Plan what you can ask them about their job and advice for making the career move you're hoping for. Everyone you network with, whether it's a LinkedIn connection or an ADP List mentor, always show gratitude. When you're ready, have qualified people review your resume, LinkedIn, online portfolio, and any other documents you would use as a job seeker. Do multiple mock interviews well before any real interviews happen, and use the network you've built to potentially get referrals and other advantages to stand out in the market. Follow these strategies, and wherever you're at in your career right now, you can earn an amazing job abroad within a few years. And when that happens, all your time and effort will be 100% worth it. You are going to be so proud of yourself and everything you've accomplished. If you like what I talked about in this video and are serious about global career development, check out my website to learn how I can help you reach those goals a lot faster. Either way, thanks for watching. You are incredible. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next video.